Hello, YouTube family. Welcome back, and thanks for stopping by again to get some valuable information and just to share everything in life with random awesomeness. Today, my video is going to be on an experience that I had in life with dealerships. So I'm going to take you to like 10 years, a decade of the same thing happening with different dealerships. And finally, I said, something's got to give. This is just not right. So many moons ago, about 10 years ago, I had a GMC Envoy. And I had some issues with it. I took it into the dealership. And when I got my car back, my air conditioner wasn't working. I went back to the dealership and I said, my air conditioner was working. You guys fixed this, and that, and now that's not working. So all I got back from the dealership was, well, sorry, there's nothing really we can do because it's your word against mine. And we don't know if the air conditioning was actually working when you brought the car in. I went through the whole back and forth. Let me talk to your manager. Let me do the whole thing. You know how this goes. You tell the guy at the front desk, let me speak to his supervisors, and their supervisors. Anyways, long story short, I got nowhere with this dealership. So a couple years down the line, I had a Jeep Cherokee. Something was wrong with my Jeep Cherokee. I went to the dealership. I got the same exact runaround. I took it for a certain thing. I went there. I got my car back. It was summer. This must have been like August, June, July, or August, something like that. Because I remember I had to use, my windows had to be down all the time. I was sweating constantly in the car. I have leather seats, or I had leather seats in that Jeep Cherokee. And yeah, so I was pissed because now my air conditioner is not working. And I said to myself, oh my God, this happened to me with my GMC Envoy. And long story short, I went to the same dealership that I had my car looked at for the GMC Envoy. Okay, so it was one dealership for the GMC Envoy, a totally different dealership for my Jeep Cherokee. But do keep in mind that different dealerships will look at different types of cars. They're not specific to just their car. Some of them, not all. So I'm not going to say dealership names because, again, I don't know how it works on YouTube. Excuse me, with you saying specific names and them coming at you for like defamation or something like that. I think that's what it's called, or how it's said, of their business or their name in the long run of whatever I talk about. So I'll keep it just basic and just say dealerships. But my cars were my cars and it was my experience, so I will put that out there. Second car was my Jeep Cherokee. Same thing happened. I took it to get fixed. I got it back. It didn't work. I went over there. It was a back and forth. They didn't fix it because it was my word against their word. I said, this is such a coincidence that I took my car to get something fixed for one thing, and both cars got out of there with the air conditioning not working. And both of the dealerships told me it was the actuator door that might be stuck and they'll have to look at it, but it's going to be a fee just to take the car in and then to fix it. I said, what? Let's say 3 to 4 years ago. Third car. Ford Edge. I took my Ford Edge to the dealer where I bought it, okay? And so this is just crazy because I took the car for something else, right? It had a leak in the engine. I had taken it to like one of these places where they change your oil in your filter, and they were like, you have a leak, blah, 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 this, and that. I said, okay, well, let me take it to the dealership and get the car checked, right? Take it to the dealership for this specific reason, because I had a leak in my engine somewhere that the folks where I did the oil and filter change found. Okay, I said, you're not going to get me this time. So my daughter dropped me off, or she went in her car. She waited, and she parked right next to me. I went inside. I said, hey, I'm here because I want my car looked at for this and this and this reason. And the guy said, okay, give me a minute. I'm going to step out to the car with you so we can look at it. And then you're going to have to leave the car, obviously, for however many amount of days while they look at it so I can get my car back and they can fix it. I said, okay, fine. But once they got to the car, I told them I will be videotaping everything that's going on right now. I said, because I've had some situations that have happened to me. Excuse me, I'm going to drink some water. And I want to make sure that this is on video just in case my car comes back and something else is wrong with it. So he was kind of upset. He didn't want me to do that, but I did it anyways because it's my right to go ahead and record what's going on in my car. So I said, do you have your checklist of all the things that we can check to make sure that when you take the car in, I get it the exact same way out? I videotaped the inside. I videotaped the outside. I turned on the car. I turned on the heater like as hot as it can get, to the point where he was annoyed because I was like, can you put your hand on where the vents are so you can feel that it's working? He's like, yeah, like it's hot. I said, okay, do you feel like it's hot? He said, yes. I said, okay, now we're going to turn on the air conditioner. Turn on the air conditioner, put it to as high as it can get, blah, blah, blah. Asked him the same thing. He was very annoyed. I said, can you put your hands on the vents and on the back vent for the vent, the whoever sits in the back, so you can see that everything is working. My air conditioner's working, my heater's working, my radio's working, my signal lights are working, my lights are working, my radio works, my this works. Basically, I went through everything. He was annoyed. I said, I have to do it because they already got me twice. So I gave him both cheeks and I was done. I didn't have any more cheeks to give him. So I said, this time I will be recording this. Lo and behold, I left my car. And when I get my car back, guess what's not working? My air conditioner. My air conditioner is not working. So I called the dealer and I said, hey, I just got my car back and this is what was being fixed on my car. I got it back. My air conditioner is not working. The guy on the phone is like, oh, sorry, ma'am. There's nothing we can do. I said, no. This is not going on. He said, there's nothing we can do because it's your word against our word. We don't know if it was working or if it was not when you left the car here. I said, okay, fine. I said, I guess I'm going to have to go pay you guys a visit. And I did. I went the next day. I went in there. I talked to the gentleman at the front desk. He gave me the same story. It's your word against our word, blah, blah, blah. I said, I'm going to have to stop you right there because I know the whole spiel of how this is going to go down right now. I did a video with your representative. This is his name and he's standing right there when I brought the car in. And I'd like to speak to your manager. So anyways, I talked to the manager. I told the manager that this had already happened to me in so many dealerships that I was tired. I don't know if this is something they're doing to everybody. I don't know if it's just a woman thing because to them, if a woman, takes their car into the dealership, it's like we know nothing about cars or whatever it is. I really didn't know what was going on, but I was very upset. And I said, at this point, I do have a video of this working before I left my car here. As I mentioned, this is not the first dealership that does this to me. And I will be calling the Better Business Bureau. I will be putting this in the comments on your webpage under the reviews for, the customers or whatever's going on. I will put this on Yelp and I will call the highest of the highest of the highest in this company until this gets fixed for free. That man looked at me and said, ma'am, where are your keys? He said, leave the car here and come pick it up tomorrow. This will be fixed for you. Moral of the story is record, record, record. And let them know you are recording so that then you can go ahead and use it. Because if I didn't have that video of when I took the car in and had him sit next to me and I turned everything on in the car, they would have told me again that my air conditioner was not working. And can you guess what they said was wrong and why it wasn't working? They had notated it already. The actuator door. So I hope this helps somebody out there. If there's any dealerships out there watching this, let them know we're catching on. That every time our cars go in there, they're coming out with no air conditioner working, and that they're saying it's the actuator door when in fact it's not. This is something that's actually being done, or I don't know what it is, but this was 3 different cars, 3 different dealerships in a time span of about 10 years, and they all said the same thing. So in the end, everybody has to bring their cars back for another visit, for another fee, and to pay for something that was already working before I even took my car into these places. Which comes to like another video that I want to do about how do people go about even suing or doing what they have to do with mechanics, because they can fix one thing, mess up something else, and then you really don't even know what's going on with your car. All you know is that it was working and then now it's not. And they're like, well, ma'am, I can't tell you anything because I just fixed what you brought it in for. Like, it's just wrong. You know, it's wrong when you're hardworking and sometimes you only have the money to do or to fix this specific thing. And now you get your car back, which is what you count on to go to work or do whatever you have to do, you know, your kids, your school, and babysitting, and, you know, whatever it is, it's your car. You depend on it for everything. And now you get it back and it's like, oh, sorry, it's just your word against ours. I hope this helps somebody. Thanks again, guys, for coming and just listening and being part of the channel. Put your comments down below. This is my second video, and I am in the exact same place I recorded my first one, just in case. Like I said, I'm not going to be editing any videos. I'm just going to record them as they come along, as I'm inspired and as things come into my mind and I want to share them. So you will see a couple of videos of me maybe in the same place and with the same clothes, because they're 10 to 15 minute videos. This is actually very inspiring. I like recording the videos. It's not that bad once you get past your first one. So yeah, comment anything else you want, me to make a video on, or that comes to mind while you're listening to this video. I'll look into it and we can go from there. Subscribe, please. It always helps me out. It'll help build my channel. Turn on your notifications. Leave a comment, share, the whole 9 from what we already know we should do on YouTube. So again, thanks for coming. Be blessed always and have a wonderful day. Thanks, guys. Bye.